Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. My name is DRL and we are back with some NBA 2K Mobile. In today's video, we will be breaking down the brand new fall theme. We will be discussing what players are included, which ones can be crafted, and we're going to break down the stats and tell you the best players for each position, the best team overall, and basically who you should be trying to collect and upgrade in this process. All right, so enough with that. Let's get into the video. Now, when making these videos, and I've done these for the Amethyst positions, and I've done it for all the gold players, I take all the stats from shoot-off dribble all the way to defending, and I basically create a formula that gives you an overall stat average for each player. With that overall stat average, I'm able to rank the players by lowest to highest and give you an idea of the top players for each position or the top players for a specific team. So again, we've done this video several times. For the last team, we did it as well for the historic greats, and we also did a video for the 2020 rookies. So definitely check those out after you watch this one. It really gives you some solid insight, and again, it helps you with the strategy of building your team. Now, in the process, what I also will be doing, because there's not that many cards in this team, I will tell you which positions need to be worked on and what are the strengths of each player. That way you can create some tactics around what gears to use and what mentors. And if you're a newer player, mentors or your season 1 players that you are allowed to bring over to season 2 in order to add an attribute boost to your current players. So now that I explain all that, right, because I know this sometimes might be the first time you checked out this video, so you got some insight. So now we're going to start with the players in this team. So overall, this team has 4 new Amethyst cards, 3 new Emerald, 3 new Gold, 2 new Ruby, and 3 Sapphire. And we're going to start with the top point guards for this team. All right, so the lowest of the 3 point guards in this team is De'Aaron Fox. It's a gold rarity. Overall stat average is 3.2, and this card is craftable, right? You can obtain the collectibles from packs. Now, De'Aaron Fox's strengths is an agility, which is a 5, but his areas of opportunity, and this is pretty much for all the point guards. Unfortunately, De'Aaron Fox got a 1 in this category, and that's post scoring and rebounding. So it's a fairly low, but you can boost up rebounding for sure with gears, but he also can use some help in strength, which is a 2. Aside from that, he has a combination of 3 and 4s, and most importantly, his 3-point shot in mid-range is a 4 as well. So next you have Emerald Rajon Rondo, comes in at a 3.4 overall. His area of opportunities is strength as well, along with post scoring and layups and dunks. All those categories have a 2. His strength is agility, which is a 5, along with playmaking, which is a 5 too. Then you have Sapphire Steph Curry. Sapphire Steph Curry has a 3.9 overall stat average. This card is craftable. Steph Curry's strongest categories is playmaking, agility, 3-point shot, mid-range shooting, and shoot-off dribble. All those categories have a 5. Curry's areas of opportunity is also post scoring and strength, where they both come in at a 2, and layups and dunks, which both come in at a 3. So those are the point guards. Now let's get into the shooting guards. All right, so the lowest out of the shooting guards is Ruby Eric Gordon. He comes in at a 3.2 overall. His highest stats is a combination of a bunch of different 4s. So shoot-off dribbles a 4, mid-range shooting, 3-point shot, agility, strength. And the area of opportunity is rebounding, which is a 1, and post scoring, which is a 2. The other categories are all 3. So Eric Gordon doesn't have any 5 in a specific category. Next up is Sapphire Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday has a 3.4 overall with a 5 in mid-range shooting, a 5 in shoot-off dribble. Area of opportunity is layups and dunks, post scoring, strength, and rebounding, all coming in at a 2. Next you have Amethyst Klay Thompson. Coming in at a 3.8 overall. Klay has a 5 in 3-point shot, a 5 in mid-range shooting, a 5 in shoot-off dribble, with the area of opportunity being a 2 in rebounding. Then the rest of the categories are either 3 or 4. And then last but not least, for the shooting guards, you got Amethyst James Harden, who has a 4.4 overall. He has a 5 in playmaking, agility, 3-point shot, mid-range shooting, and shoot-off dribble, with the area of opportunity being a 3, and that's only in rebounding. Everything else is a 4. So James Harden is a really good card. But we knew that already, right? Because just looking at the power rating, 3754 is insane. but he has the stats to support it as well. So now let's go into the small forwards. All right, so the lowest out of the small forwards is Gold Kevin Knox. Comes in at a 3.5 overall. Now, I forgot to mention this. Out of the shooting guards, Klay Thompson is craftable. So let's get back to the small forwards now. All right, so the lowest small forward is Gold Kevin Knox, coming in at 3.5 overall. And Kevin Knox is craftable. His lowest category is rebounding, which is a 2. And then his highest category is a 4, which is shoot off dribble, layups and dunks, mid-range shooting, 3-point shot, agility, and strength. Everything else is a 3. Then you have your second strongest small forward is Sapphire Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is a 3.7 overall. He has a 5 in agility. Lowest stat is rebounding, which is a 2. And then he has a 4 in shoot off dribble, layups, dunks, mid-range shooting, 3-point shot, playmaking, and defending, and everything else is a 3. And then a tie for the top is Rudy Gay at 3.7. So the small forwards in this team aren't that good, right, compared to the other positions. You have Gold Rudy Gay, who has a 4 in shoot-off dribble, layups and dunks, mid-range shooting, 3-point shot, post-scoring, agility, and rebounding, while everything else is a 3. All 3 of those cards are craftable. So now let's get into power forward. All right, so for the power forwards, you only have 2 available, but they're both really good. So the lowest of the 2 is Ruby Kevin Love. Comes in at a 3.9 overall. Kevin Love has a 5 in 3-point shot, a 5 in post scoring, a 5 in strength. And then everything else is either a 3 and 4. As you see, it's pretty scattered. Overall, he's pretty solid though. 3.9 is fairly high for the power forwards. Then you have tied at 3.9, Amethyst Blake Griffin, who has a 5 in layups and dunks, a 5 in strength, and then everything else is either 3 and 4. So the area of opportunity for Blake will be shoot off dribble and mid-range shooting and defending. And then for Kevin Love, it would be agility, playmaking, and shoot off dribble. So those are your power forwards. None of these cards are craftable. All right, so now let's get into your centers. There are 3 centers available. The lowest is Emerald Brook Lopez, who is craftable, and it comes in at a 3.5. His highest stat is post scoring and strength, all at a 5. But his lowest stats is playmaking, agility, all coming in at a 2. While everything else is a 3 or 4. Then you have Emerald Marc Gasol. Now, just pretty cool because I know I read in Reddit a couple players felt like there weren't enough Toronto Raptors in the game. So now that we have another one, so you got Kyle Lowry, you got Marc Gasol, it helps out, right? So, and then you got Fred VanVleet too. So 3.8 overall, he is craftable. His highest stats is strength and post scoring along with mid-range shooting, all at a 5, which is pretty good. But the area of opportunity is agility being a 1, and then playmaking is a 3 along with shoot off dribble. And then the top center is Amethyst Joel Embiid, coming in at a 4 overall. His highest stats is strength, rebounding, and post scoring, all coming in at a 5. Area of opportunity is playmaking, which is a 2, and shoot off dribble, which is a 3. He is not craftable. All right, so now for your set reward, if you're able to get Gold Kevin Knox, Gold De'Aaron Fox, Emerald Brook Lopez, Emerald Marc Gasol, and Sapphire Steph Curry, you actually can get Sapphire Joel Embiid. So it's a very good incentive to get the other cards. So now I'm going to give you the top 5 overall for this team. So the top 5 overall for this team, the lowest is Sapphire Steph Curry. Then you got Ruby Kevin Love, Amethyst Blake Griffin, Amethyst Joel Embiid, and Amethyst James Harden. So those are your top 5 for this team. Now your top point guards, we'll go through it again. The lowest is Gold De'Aaron Fox. Then you got Emerald Rajon Rondo and Sapphire Steph Curry. For your shooting guard position, lowest is Ruby Eric Gordon. Then you got Sapphire Jrue Holiday, Amethyst Klay Thompson, and then Amethyst James Harden. For your small forwards, you got Gold Kevin Knox, Sapphire Andrew Wiggins, and Gold Rudy Gay. Then for your power forwards, you got Ruby Kevin Love, and Amethyst Blake Griffin. I really want that Blake Griffin every time I see it. I feel like he has some solid stats and opportunities that way you can really upgrade with no problem. Then you have, for your centers, you got Emerald Brook Lopez, Emerald Marc Gasol, and Amethyst Joel Embiid. Now for your top 5 craftable cards, The lowest would be Sapphire Andrew Wiggins, Gold Rudy Gay, Emerald Marc Gasol, Amethyst Klay Thompson, and Sapphire Steph Curry. Now, if you were to compile the best team, your point guard would be Sapphire Steph Curry. Your shooting guard will be Amethyst James Harden. Your small forward will be Gold Rudy Gay. Your power forward will be Amethyst Blake Griffin. And your center will be Amethyst Joel Embiid. So that is it. We broke down the entire new theme. We basically told you the best players for each position, who's craftable, who you should upgrade, what stats you should upgrade, and what team you should aim to get. Hope you enjoy this content. I enjoy doing it very much because it gives me great insight on the best players in the game, keeps me informed on the new themes, and most importantly, it really helps everybody figure out what are the best cards in the game based off stats. I know rarity plays a big part, but sometimes the stats make a bigger difference, all right? So again, thank you very much for watching my content, sharing it with people, and giving me ideas throughout the comments and the polls. I really appreciate it, and I'm excited for the future, all right? So thank you. Peace out.